Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Beat the Book. As you guys know, I'm Matty Betts. NHL bets for you guys again. That's what I do on this show. My brother, he does the NBA side of it. So we're in the finals right now for NHL and NBA. So I think it's worth talking about. If you guys do care about NBA and NHL, you can go over watch. You've probably already seen some of his videos and some of the content that he does over there for NBA. But it's an exciting time to be alive. We got both the last final matchups here in these playoffs. It all comes down to this. So we have our two teams now. There's been one game in each. We had NBA last night. NBA is doing it every 3 days, and then hockey's doing it every two, and then every three once they switch cities. As you know, if you guys are sports fans, you guys know that they give them an extra day to rest, which I'm all for, and all of us are for. Obviously, let the players rest, and let's have a really good game on our hands instead of a boring one because people are tired. But we'll do a little recap on the first game. First game in this series was amazing. We're not talking about basketball, by the way. This is all just NHL hockey. First game was amazing. Like I told you guys, the only thing that sucks about the last game is the fact that our bet didn't hit. We had the Oilers -1.5 at home, which they should have won in my opinion. If you didn't watch the game, first 2 minutes of the game, Oilers scored, so they were up early, and then Panthers, they came back. They scored two unanswered, and it was really back-to-back. They scored, then there was a delay of game, so they had a 2-minute penalty, and they were able to score on that power play too. So they kind of went up 2-1 and kind of just rested the rest of the game. Nothing really exciting happened until a little bit later. Then there was a goal, another goal. It got up to 3-3, went to overtime, and then there was 7 seconds until the end of the first overtime to send it to the second overtime, and that's when the Oilers scored, won the game by 1. So, good for the Oilers there. They took care of business at home, which I was on the whole entire side of, yes, Edmonton's going to win this. We wanted to juice up our odds a little bit and not just take, a money line bet at a -110, -120, 130. So what we ended up doing was Oilers -1.5. I thought they'd be able to come off to a hot start, which they did, and then in turn the Panthers answered right back and scored twice. So good job by the Oilers to actually get the win. That didn't hit. So then if you guys didn't watch my video from this morning, my short that I make every day, I have a lock for the NHL game that's going on. So our lock for today, we're gonna do the same thing that we did before, but we're gonna switch it to the money line bet. As you guys can see right now on the book in front of me, it did change to a -110 because when I recorded my video earlier this morning, I had it at a -130. So that is something I probably should know as to why it changed, unless I think it's going to be a competitive game. I'm really hoping there's not an injury. That's definitely something I should have looked at before recording this video. But we also only have 3 hours until the game starts, until puck drop. So with that being said, our 3-pick parlay that we had for the last game, which was a +580 or +600, something like that. It was around there. It did cash. So even though our straight bet lost here, we still hit on the parlay there. So that's a great way to start. We do have another parlay for you guys today too, like we always do. And then what we're going to start doing for these last 5 or 6 games, depending on if it goes the distance and goes 7 games, we'll be doing goal scorers too. I'll give you guys 2 goal scorers for the game, 1 from each team every game, and we'll go from there. So with that being said, like I said, our pick today, we're just going to take Oilers money line. I don't see them losing at home. We'll see. The Panthers were able to force an overtime in the first game, but also that goal shouldn't even have really counted, that first one. That was a whole entire thing. If you didn't watch the game and you want to see it, you could look it up online, I'm sure, and you could find the clip and see. And you guys can let me know in the comments down below too if you did watch the game, what you guys thought of that. I'm obviously a little biased here with the Oilers because I want them to win the whole entire thing, but I don't know. It didn't really look like he got pushed into the goalie or anything like that. And then also a delay of game on top of it. That whole entire sequence. If that doesn't happen, the Oilers win this game by 2, and our bet still hits, in my opinion. So, but yeah, money line here. I don't mind going Oilers again, going right back to the well at -1.5. But I think the money line bet's just safer, and especially right now we're getting even money on it. So -110, we'll definitely take that over the -130 I saw earlier. But so let's do anytime goal scorers. We'll jump onto that next. Last game, Connor McDavid did not score, so you know that we got to take him. He's second right now. Draisaitl had 2 in the last game. I think he'll cool off. I do like him to probably score in this one too, just because of how good he is and how much he attacks. But I think we got to go with McDavid here. We get an extra 45 on that too at a +145. So we'll take Connor McDavid. And then another one that I like here, Sam Bennett's kind of just the slam dunk right here. But I like Tkachuk. Tkachuk had a decent game, but he needs to have, I think he's going to be a little bit more aggressive. I think the Panthers need to be. I don't know if they'll be able to against the Oilers, but I think they need to, and they need their guys to step up. So you have, Tkachuk. You could even go with Brad Marchand at +310. But I like just going for the, there's a reason Tkachuk and Reinhart are the 2 guys that are +210. The first 2 Panther guys are they're tied for it for a reason. It's because Reinhart and Tkachuk are really good. So we're just gonna go with Tkachuk. Those are my two: Connor McDavid and Tkachuk. I think Connor McDavid's he's kind of hit or miss, especially with goals in the playoffs. If you want to take him for points, I love that play just because, like, in the last game he had 2 assists, no goals. But I think that's going to switch in this one, and I think he'll get 2. I don't know if we could really look at that. Um, do they have, like, alternate goal scorers? Or oh, here we go. Oh no, you can only take Patrick. Oh, okay. You could take player points though. Let's look at McDavid. It's over 1.5. Yeah, but it doesn't look like they really have like alternate lines anywhere. Power play points, double chance, team to score first goal, winning margin. Okay, team to score an empty net goal. Yeah, okay, so you can get odds for that too, which I don't think I would mind. If anybody in this game, I think it would be the Oilers would score, but yeah, and the book knows that too. It's still plus money though, which isn't that bad. And then yeah, plus 160 on the goal in the first 5 minutes. We don't have to jump into any of those. Those are all kind of ones that we might touch on next season and next year. But as of right now, we're just gonna kind of go with the straight ones. I do want to see. I saw the whole hat trick thing. Yeah, player to score 3 goals. Draisaitl, Connor McDavid. Okay, so if you take somebody to have a hat trick, you actually get really good odds on that. Like, I feel like if anybody was gonna do it, it would be like Draisaitl had 2 last game, so he could do it again. I wouldn't mind doing like Vander Kane. They don't even have him on here. Marchand's plus 20,000. That wouldn't be bad. Nugent Hopkins at 15,000. Yeah, maybe that's something we'll go into a little bit. Maybe we'll splash like a tenth of a unit on that or something like that, just because the payouts are huge. But that's all we got for that. I do like the Oilers to win this game. Obviously, we're taking money line on Oilers. It'd be cool if they could win by 2. If you wanted to sprinkle a little bit on the minus 1.5, I wouldn't do a full unit because I like the full unit just going on the, in my opinion, like the for sure. Yeah. Panthers are getting plus 1.5 too. That's a minus 250 though. Nobody wants to do that. So, but all right, that's all we got for that. As you guys know, we got our 3-pick parlay. Last one did hit. So, last parlay hit. We're just gonna try to run it back. If we can go 2 for 2 in these games, like the odds on this one aren't as good, and it's still a lot of shots on goal for these guys. Like we don't take goal scorers like in these parlays. We're just taking shots on goal. So, first off, we got player shots on goal. We're going Connor McDavid for 3+. Okay. I had him for 3+ last game, and he had 4, so we like that, okay? Next, we're going Ryan Nugent Hopkins. He had 3 in last game, so, he's pretty consistent. I was looking at his record, too. It's like he is kind of hit or miss, where it's like he's had a couple games with 0 and 1, but I like this in a game that the Panthers are going to be like, hey, we want to win this, we need to. Like, they don't need to, but if they want to win the series, they have to at least steal 1 from the Oilers. So this would be the game to do it since the other game's already over. And then last but not least, we got Sam Bennett at 3+. I want to say in the last game he had 5. So Bennett just attacks and shoots a lot. And when you get somebody getting 5 shots on goal in a game, chances are they're going to score. So reaching out for Sam Bennett for a goal scorer, that's not bad either. But we're going to go with the safe play here and just do 3 shots on goal. So all 3 of those together pays out plus 450. Not a bad little one. We're going to try to hit this one again. Like I said, go 2 for 2 with the parlays would be insane because you're not getting plus 450 on either a minus 1.5 or money line bets for the whole entire playoffs. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do. That's all we have. Go Oilers. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. If you guys have any suggestions, like, who you guys are taking for goal scorers. If you guys like, a first goal scorer, or, if you're doing goalie saves, stuff like that. Like, expand my brain a little bit to think maybe outside the box a little bit and be like, okay, let's look at this instead. We'll see. As the games go on, like, there aren't that many left. So if we wanted to do, like I was saying, like, splashing a hat trick, like, we might end up doing that, second to last, third to last game, like, in a couple games from now, just because, try to get it a little bit more interactive, a little bit more fun, have a little bit more of a chance to hit on these big ones that we know that we probably won't, but to, like, sprinkle just a little bit of money onto just to see what will happen and see if there's any opportunity that we could hit on something like that, cash out for, a decent amount of money just to, build the bag while we're going, and also protecting the book. That's what we try to do here. We try to, protect the bag and beat the book. That's what we try to do. We said it all of last football season that we were doing. It's a very important part of sports betting, especially if you have a certain amount of money that you're playing with in total. Like, that's your bag. You want to be able to protect that, and the way that you protect that is by not doing, like, these parlays like this and throwing, like, 10 units on it for a massive payout. Like, we don't do that. If you're going to bet a parlay, me and my brother have always said, like, for me, I do a unit on that on parlays. I'll do a unit on the spreads, or, if you're going to take a money line. But When it comes to parlays, like I'll do a unit, and then on bigger ones, like if you're making like a plus 1200, a plus 1500, I'm only doing half a unit. Like I want the money that I have and the money that I've already like chosen to invest into this to be able to stick around for a long time and not have to jump back into more funds and add more or do whatever whatever. But that's just part of what our motto is, which is protecting the bag, beating the book. That's all I got for you guys. Hey, let's enjoy the game tonight. Go Oilers. Let's have a great game. And yeah, we'll catch you guys tomorrow for recap video, or yeah, tomorrow or Sunday. We'll see. I think the next game should be on Monday. So if that's the case, then I'll be seeing you guys on Sunday. But stay icy, guys. I'll see you later.